Hello everyone, this is Astocky here. Welcome to a new video of me playing XCOM Enemy Unknown. Just give me 2 seconds and I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, here I am back. I'm now ready to open the game up and I'm going to start a new game. I was actually hoping to do a show of the very new XCOM game today, but unfortunately for me that's not going to work because the tutorial that I played through like an hour and a bit before, apparently the way the demo works is you can't save, or at least I couldn't work out how to save, so it has started me right back at the beginning, and I'm not going to play another hour of it just to make a new video. I'm going to wait until the full game comes out in 5 days time. So until then, what I thought I would do is do another video about just how cool the original is. And I've been reading up just a tiny bit. Select location for new base. We're going to call you Europe. Base Europe. So the very first thing we're going to do is recruit some more scientists. So 15 I think it is. And get some new soldiers. I'm going to get myself a rocket launcher tank and enough rockets. Well, I'm going to get myself 14 rockets, which is enough rockets for a couple of missions. Going to get myself some... No, apparently I'm not. So we'll order those. Now we're going to get rid of some of the stuff that we don't need. So I'm going to sell off what can I sell off? Well, let's get rid of a heavy cannon and a bunch of heavy cannon ammo, and we'll get rid of a bunch of this automatic armor piercing ammo. And I don't tend to use smoke grenades, so we'll get rid of a bunch of those and some of that as well. And then we'll go back to equip the Sky Ranger, because hopefully by equipping that, that's not going to work for me. Well, in that case, let's just load everything on and we'll see how we go. Let's see if that frees up any store space for us. Don't have enough people, so that's obviously not a good thing, but it's okay because it's all going to sort itself out. Just need to make sure I can get some of these high explosive ammo. Perfect. 5's probably enough. See if I can get a second autocannon, then we'll get 6. Now that weapon is absolutely fantastic. It's like a rocket launcher, not quite as powerful, but you can do automatic fire of rockets, so that's cool. So I'm going to get some, where are they? Electro flares. These are tiny little things, but absolutely invaluable when you go to do missions that require you to be pretty much anywhere in the dark. I don't think I have any stun rods, so I'll buy a few of those as well. So you can see that already by buying, or at least by getting rid of some of those things, I've got myself into a much better position. Now let's start some research, because very quickly I'm going to want to have laser weapons. So we'll start researching those, and then we'll just run time for a little while. Actually, what I might even do before I run time is we've currently got a few things here, but very quickly I'm going to need some more general stores. So I'm going to build a living quarter, another general stores, build an alien containment, and what's a large radar system cost? 800,000, and a large radar system as well. So build new general stores, living, alien containment, and a large radar. That should be pretty much everything I need, because if the enemy chooses to attack this base later on, they can land in any of the hangars or in the access lift. And basically that means if they attack this base right now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of entry they have into my base, and that's a really bad way to do it. So what I intend to do is move these hangars up to the top, dismantle this living quarters and move it down to the bottom down here, which is only going to give them one single access point into my base, which is basically a bottleneck it's going to really save me later on. So that's how we are so far. Now I need to focus on trying to get myself some money. Ah, excellent. My things have started to arrive. So we'll go to equip the craft and we'll start to load those things on. So we're definitely going to need electro flares. We're definitely going to need definitely going to need auto cannons and probably some auto cannon ammunition. We can take these heavy cannons off now and hopefully sell them. Hopefully. Probably gonna have to do this like 1-for-1 swap. Not enough storage space. So we go back to my base and go to base information. You can see my general stores. Where's general stores? Workshops, laboratory, stores. I've got 46 out of 50 storage space used. So that's not very good. This tells you how much space each thing is using. So I've got 10 avalanche missiles that's using 15 space. That's quite a lot of space, and I don't actually think I'll be using very many of those. So what I might do is sell off half of them, and then that should allow me to have some flexibility in equipping this craft. So let's take that and those off. Perfect. And then we will throw on some more proximity grenades, take off a bunch of pistol clips, throw on some more proximity grenades, because there's a limit of only being able to have 80 items on board. The ship itself has a space for heaps more, but there's just a limit of 80 items that the game can manage. So because of that, that means you kind of have to manage your equipment as best as you can. Now if we go to sell, I should be able to, where was that heavy cannon? I'm going to sell off the heavy cannon and all the ammo for that. And now we should be good to keep going. Hopefully either something will appear soon. Okay. Yeah, hopefully either something will appear soon, which I can fight, or excellent. Or I was going to say, or something happens to do with my research. So we're making good progress now, and we'll add those extra 15 scientists on. We're making excellent progress, so that means it should be finished really quickly. Not quite as quick as I was hoping, but what I can do now is take my tank that I just bought and stick it on the ship. So you can see now that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, but when you look it says space used 12. That's because each tank takes up 4. So basically the 8 people plus the tank means I've got spot for 2 more people. Oh, and they've arrived. So we'll throw 2 more people on. And now it says space used 14. But before I go and really do anything more, let's have a look at these people. So the very first guy, he has a firing accuracy of 41. Now the firing accuracy is a value anywhere between 40 and 60. So 41 is pretty much useless. So I'm going to rename this guy to Fodder, because that's pretty much all he's good for. Now this next guy has firing accuracy of 50. Now the time units is anywhere between 50 and 60, so his time units aren't all that good either. This guy has quite a lot of time units, so I'm going to use him as fodder. This guy's got an average accuracy. He's very weak though, so he definitely can't carry heavy weapons. And he's got sort of low on the time units, so we'll come back to him, but I think I'm going to end up calling him average, because he's not much good at anything. Okay, this guy here has an excellent firing accuracy. Must be out of 70, not out of 60. So that makes this guy even worse. So this guy's got good accuracy. Strength only goes up to 40, so he's got good strength. So Sergi is going to be a heavy weapons guy. Good accuracy, good strength. That's exactly what you want in a heavy weapons guy. She's got kind of average, or at least I assume the Michko is a girl's name. But she's got kind of average strength because it's between 20 and 40, so average strength on the good side for firing accuracy, on the low side for units. So we'll just call her average as well. So what I'm going to quickly do is just run through all the people just to see who has the most time units. Okay, so this person here has a low firing accuracy, good strength, lots of time units. So I'm going to make them into a scout. So we'll head back. There's a couple of people that I missed. Really strong, average kind of accuracy. I don't want to make them a heavy weapons guy, so I'll just call him strong. So if I need someone to pick up a body or carry him around, that can be that person. That person there is going to be a fodder. Not very accurate, not much good at anything, so fodder. That's, yeah, kind of on the average side. Got a scout there. Excellent firing accuracy, not very strong. So I might call this person a shooter. Which means if I need someone to take a shot, that can be the person that does it. That can be low firing accuracy though. That's definitely a fodder. Thompson, that can be a scout because it's pretty decent firing accuracy, good time. Okay, so that's my whole group. Excellent. So now what I'm going to do is go back to equip my craft and make sure I have the right mix of crew on there. So I've got only the one heavy, which is probably not all that good. I've got a couple of scouts, got a few average, definitely got some fodder in there, so that's probably a pretty good mix. How's my research going? Still excellent, but nothing really has happened yet. Research completed. Okay, so now I'm going to research the laser pistol. Now, the laser weapons are excellent because they basically have unlimited ammunition. So there's not... Okay, my first UFO. Let's get that UFO and let's shoot it down. So my interceptors are not as fast as the UFOs. That one's moving quite slowly, so engaging it shouldn't be an issue. I'm going to go for an aggressive attack because they are definitely faster than I am. That music's going a bit kind of stuttery and odd there, which is weird. Now let's go back to my base. Haven't got any laser weapon done yet. Let's equip the craft, make sure it's got everything that we need. Make sure there's nothing that's missing. Now I think I'm doing fairly well. The only thing I have... Those are going to take up heaps of space. The only thing I need to do now is check to see what time of day it is. It's daytime, so hopefully I can get there and intercept it before the night comes. Oh, that's not good. Am I going to get it while the sun's still up? Come on. I really hope this is going to be a daytime mission. But whatever happens, here we go. Okay, so Mr. Fodder. Take your weapon off you. Average, yep, you can have... you're not going to need those flares, you can have some grenades. Heavy. Mr. Average. Strong. Now Mr. Strong can probably carry something else, so I'll throw a stun rod in his backpack just in case. Mr. Fodder. Mr. Fodder. Basically I have the expectation that these fodder people are going to die. So what they're going to do is they are going to carry grenades. And I'm going to arm them quite quickly, and then if they die, I'm not going to miss them in the slightest. Where's my other... See, you don't want a scout to be carrying heavy weapons. You want a scout to be fully prepped and ready to go though. Actually I might No, I might leave him with that proximity grenade. Where's my heavy? Back to the heavy. Probably doesn't need to carry a regular grenade, because he can really blow some people up with that. Fodder. Fodder. And let's be honest, if the fodder people survive, good for them. Just make sure, no, proximity grenade. Don't want my fodders to be carrying those, because those are pretty valuable things. I want to try and keep my average people carrying them. 2 grenades, that's excessive for a fodder. Actually, probably 2 grenades I would say is excessive for anyone. Yep, okay, so I think that's a pretty good mix there, and I've got a few weapons left over, which isn't too bad. So, let's kick this off. So we'll start by having a look at the map. So you can see from the way the map's going, I'm kind of down near the bottom of the map, but kind of central. So that's not too bad, but it does mean that as I come off, I'm going to have to look right, and I'm going to have to look left as well. What I think I might do is just turn down the scroll speed just a touch, because that's probably a bit better, a bit more manageable. Okay, so that looks like that's the bottom corner of the map there. So that'll give you an idea of how big the map is. So it comes down that way a bit further. That gives me an idea of where I am. So if we drive the tank off the edge there and look down that way, come for a bit more of a drive. I'm going to kind of try and use... there's the crash ship. So you can see that's the edge of the map there as well. So I'm kind of not doing too badly. I'm going to have a bit of a peek around. Doesn't look like there's doors open on that area. Maybe on that area. Okay, so Mr. Fodder is going to be the first person off, and he is just going to run. And his basic idea is to just see if I can see anything. Wow, I really trashed that ship. There's dead aliens, it looks like I've blown up all the UFO power sources. Siegfried average. He I'm going to reserve a snapshot for, and I'm going to try and safely position him off the ship in a cover fire position. So he's going to take 18 time units to do a shot, and he's got 30, so that'll get him one good shot. Okay, Mishka average. Just going to make sure that there's nothing up around this way that I haven't been able to see yet. Maybe even face out a little bit. Igor Fodder. So Igor Fodder is going to run up this way and see who I can distract. Oh, he has seen someone. Does he have enough? He does. He has enough for a snapshot. Wow, that shot speed was too fast. Okay, let's turn the fire speed down to 3 and see how that goes. Okay, now the way this is going to work is I'm going to try and keep track of every person who does everything good and any person who does anything bad, and try and post it in the description. I've actually been watching a lot of videos made by a person called Shadowhawk2012, and he makes some fantastic XCOM videos. He's actually the reason why I'm doing this right now, because I thought, man, his videos are so good, they just make me want to play this game again. So I'm going to play the game for a while, I'm going to do some recording of it, and if you guys like it, I'll do some more. But I'm also going to post a link in the description to his channel, because there's every possibility that if you guys like this, that you guys would absolutely love his work. So, okay, so Michko wasn't as good as I was hoping for. In fact, I think he came closer to shooting my own guy than his guy. Firing accuracy of 63 though, that's a bit of a disappointment. I really think it has something to do with that crappy weapon that he has. But let's get my heavy weapons guy off, and let's try and see if I can pre-position him somewhere over this way. I'm not really concerned about having him try and get ready for a snapshot, because his weapon has 14 rounds of high explosive ammunition in it, and we don't want 14 rounds of high explosive ammunition being sprayed anywhere near my own people. So what I think I might do now is call that an end to this first movement. He's going to shoot back. Now let's prime this grenade and then run over this way. Okay, he's definitely drawing fire from that direction. Igor Fodder is now going to do the same thing. You can see him. The question is, can he get a grenade that far? It looks like he can. Igor might have the first kill. I'm going to position up a bit closer my heavy. And then I'm going to leave these guys in the position that they're in. I'm just going to... oh no. Okay, excellent. Got to be really careful with this game because there's no takes backs if you accidentally click somewhere that you didn't mean to. So bring my tank up this way. See if it sees anyone. It doesn't. Keep it coming through. Okay, it definitely doesn't see anyone, and I've definitely cleared this ship out now. There's only just a little bit of area behind it. I have the feeling that he's the only live alien, or was the only live alien, because I'm pretty sure that hand grenade is going to turn him to mincemeat. That was the sound of a mincemeat alien, so... okay, I've got the familiar stopping of music. That means I won. So, it says that I killed 3 aliens, when in fact I really only covered 1. So I really only killed 1, because the other 2 were already dead when it crashed. I've recovered 2 corpses, because I'm pretty sure a grenade made a bit of a mess of his corpse. And I recovered 8 artifacts. So those are things like alien weapons and alien magazines and grenades and things like that. And from the UFO, I got 6 alloys, and that's basically the structure of the UFO, because the navigation systems and the engines and everything else, the weapons, everything was probably just blown to smithereens in that crash. So that's an okay start. It's not really all that good. Igor Fodder, having the only kill, is now my squaddie, or at least my squad leader. So I'm going to write that down. Igor Fodder 1. He is now my most senior guy. That's kind of embarrassing that a guy whose whole job was to be cannon fodder is actually the reason why you've won the mission. But, you know, whatever happens, happens. So let's go back, because it said I didn't have enough equipment to fully re-equip my craft. The only thing I think that I'm missing is the hand grenade, because I threw that hand grenade, and one of my pistol clips would be missing now as well, because yeah, it was Igor fired a couple of pistol rounds, but it says I've still got 5 pistols, 5 clips, so that looks to me to be everything that I'm going to need. So I'll check on my research. It's going good. I was kind of hoping for it was going excellent. Fast forward time a little bit, see how it's going now. Still only going good. Aha! Went from good to done. So you can see there, the accuracy is kind of average. 46 damage though. So we'll allocate research now to the laser rifle. So you can see that I picked up plasma rifles, plasma pistols, plasma pistol clips, and sectoid corpses. So those are all things that I can now research. But I'm going to research laser rifles, because basically once I get those, I can stop with all the crappy stuff that I had to start with. So I've only got 10 engineers, which isn't very many, but I'm going to produce 10 pistols, and that'll be enough to basically get me through everything. So back to the base. What was I looking to do? I've just totally blanked on what I was looking to do now. Might see what we can have that we can sell. Okay, so you can see I've got 2 plasma pistols, so I'm going to get rid of one of those, which gets me 84,000, and I'm going to get rid of one of the clips and one of the corpses as well. Basically the reason for that is, to do the research on them, you only need one of each, and I don't intend to use the plasma rifles or the plasma pistols. I intend to jump straight to the heavy plasmas once I find those. So hopefully I'm going to find those in sufficient numbers to actually be able to do something with them. So we'll go save. That's netted me an extra $100,000. There was absolutely something that I was going to do, but I do not know what it was. I wonder if I can recruit some more engineers. I can get an extra 2 engineers. That'll at least slightly boost the manufacturing speed. Okay, my stores has come in now, and because my general stores has come in, that means I now have way more storage capacity. So you can see, where is it, stores? I've now got up to 100 storage space, and I'm only using 28, so that's a real good thing. Monthly costs, look at that, having 2 interceptors is costing me $1.2 million a month. My base maintenance is costing me a lot, but look at those scientists. Geez, those guys are expensive. But that's okay, I'm not worried about the cost of those scientists. Okay, here's another alien. Let's intercept it. Let's take it out. Okay, so see we're over water right now. Look at that, it's a very, very small looking ship. What I'm actually going to do is minimize this, and hopefully now I can tail it until it's over land somewhere. There we go. Ooh, maybe not. Need to get over land somewhere. Okay, now we're over land, because if I had shot it down, it would have crashed into the ocean and then I wouldn't be able to get it. Except now that I've engaged it, it's running away from me, which is also not cool. There we go. This time, hopefully we'll get it. Because it's one of their super fast scout ships, it's just gonna... oh, destroyed. Never mind, it was such a small ship that a single missile just blew it away. That's okay, because the way the game works is you get points for every UFO that you shoot down, or every UFO that you pretty much do anything with. So you get obviously more points if you shoot it down and then engage it on the ground, because you're getting twice as many points for it, because you're getting 1 lot of points for shooting it down and 1 lot of points for engaging it. But at least then I got some points for shooting it down. So we'll run to times an hour. We've got some more engineers coming in, so we'll whack them on the manufacturing queue. So you can see it's going to take 7 days or 7.5 more days to finish building my pistols, but I've made 2 so far. So at least if I engage them now, I'm at least in the position where I've got some laser pistols. This is really annoying that it's taking this long and I'm not getting anywhere. Ooh, research completed. Laser rifles, excellent. So I'm going to allocate a research to medical kits. As far as I'm concerned, medical kits are essential. Heavy laser, not so much. So now what I'm going to do is I've made 7 pistols. I'm going to stop production on the pistols and start on the rifles. Whoa, that was the wrong slider. So it's going to take 20 days to make them, but at least now we're going to have those rifles. So now we can come in here and go put 7 laser pistols on. Then we can take all these laser pistols, take all these clips off. So I've got 10 guys on board. So with 7 laser pistols and 2 heavy weapons, I then don't really need any rifles. So what I can do now is try and recoup some money. That's the wrong button. And I can sell off all my stuff that I no longer need. Might keep 2 rifles as backup and 4 clips just in case, because you never really know. Now, because the game's on beginner, there's actually a lot less UFO activity when you first start off, which is excellent for doing research and kind of getting your starting base up to scratch. So you can see if I go now to base information, for my living quarters, I've got twice as many living quarters as I need, and way more stores and laboratories and workshops than I need. So what I can do now is dismantle that living quarter, and that means I'm now pretty much in the position where I only have one access point. So I've got a bit of a choke point set up. So now I'm going to build a hangar, and then I can transfer one of those interceptors up, and that'll take away another one of the I guess another two of the access points that the aliens would have. Although it does take quite a while to build hangars, so the earlier you start building them, the earlier you start setting your base up, the better you're going to be. On beginner that I'm on, which is mainly because I'm not very good at this game, everything is really pretty easy. It takes a long time for the aliens to start doing anything, which gives you plenty of time for manufacturing things and gives you plenty of time for doing what I'm doing at the moment. Actually, one of the things I did want to show you is if we go to weapons and equipment, you can see the rifle does 30 damage and has an accuracy of 35 and 60. Now if I go to the laser rifle, it has an accuracy of 65, 46, so much better accuracy, and it does twice as much damage. So that's why that's a really excellent weapon. That's something that I want to get as quick as I can. The other thing that's quite cool is at the moment if I go to UFO components or I go to alien research, all these tabs are basically empty. What happens with this game is you don't really know anything when you first start off, and it's only as you start collecting things and as you start researching that you actually find things. Look at that, medikits. So I can now make medikits, and I can also I might look up alien alloys, because by researching the alien alloys I can then start to do things with them. I've made 6 rifles so far. What I'm going to do is take 2 engineers off that and go for a new production of medical kits. I know it's going to take quite a long time with just the 2 engineers, on the order of nearly 3 months, but at least whoop, we have something else to take on. Wow, he's moving quick. So once again I'm going to try and see if I can tail him until he's over land. Hopefully my interceptor's not going to run out of fuel while I'm doing it. Come on, duck back. Otherwise what I might have to do, if he's not coming back to land soon, I might just have to shoot him down. Oop, he's ducked back. I think I'm going to get him. There we go. We're over the UK now. Let's see if we can shoot this thing down before I run out of fuel. Ah, he's outrunning me. So he's a small one. You can see that he's quite a different shape than the last one that we took on. Okay, he's landed. That's okay. What that means is... Actually, I'm going to quickly equip my craft before I go anywhere, because I now have 6 laser rifles, so I can take off basically all of my rifles, because I don't need any of those anymore. So I've got 13 lots of weapons, plenty of grenades, lots of proximity grenades, so all the good stuff that I'm going to need. Now I wonder about my interceptor, how much fuel it has left. It's got 72% of its fuel capacity remaining, so... Oh, we've picked up another one, so we'll send interceptor number 2 out and see if we can get that. I get the feeling though that it's going to duck off really quick. But basically the way that the radars work is base facilities. A small radar has a 5% chance of detecting on an average size object every 10 minutes, and it has a range of 300 nautical miles. Now the large radar system has a range of 450 nautical miles, but still only the same really low chance, so it's not a substantial amount better, but that extra 150 nautical miles does often make the difference between not finding something and finding something. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select a new target for that one and just send him over there while I do my second UFO mission. So hopefully we can wrap this up fairly quickly here. Once again, Fodders don't take those kind of weapons. Average Joes also don't. Heavies also don't. So it's a bit of a pain that it doesn't remember how you had things laid out. So we want to go to Shooter. Give Shooter the heavy weapon. Somebody else is carrying a bunch of heavy weapons clips. Ah, no they're not. Okay. There's sometimes a bit of a bug in this game where even if you don't use weapons, they sometimes disappear on you. And that's obviously not a cool thing. Fodder. Fodders don't get rifles, fodders get pistols. Luckily for me, plenty of pistols. Average guy, yep. Scout. Scouts get extra grenades and stuff. Where was strong? Average, heavy, average. You can have a proximity grenade. I think we've got things pretty much laid out now. Let's take this mission on. So we're going to have a quick look at it again. Okay, so you can see this time that appears to be the bottom corner there, so the map goes this way, and directly in front of me is where the alien ship is. Now this alien ship looks to be substantially more intact than the last one was. And we have found our first alien. Don't have enough time units though to shoot at him, but at least I know where he is. And then I can come around this corner a little bit. He's going to shoot at me, that's not cool. So you can see here the health of my tank. My tank is undamaged, which is excellent. And I found a second one, so I now know where two of them are, which is a really good start. So we'll get Mr. Average to come forward. Now hopefully Mr. Average with his newfound laser rifle can't see the enemy. So we'll make sure he keeps enough time units for a snapshot and try and see if we can get him off a little bit. Now Mr. Fodder is going to run as quick as he can to the opening of the enemy ship. Heavy is going to provide fire support. Now from that position, can he get a shot off? He can. Oh wow. Okay. Got him. Although there was no scream, which means it probably didn't kill him. But at the very least, it hurt him an awful lot. So I think I'm going to mark that as a kill for Sergi. But if he gets back up, I'll make sure I take that kill away. Mr. Average. Get this Mr. Average guy to do a bit of a run. And then I think we'll end the turn there. Now hopefully once again we can have this tank. That looks like it's a kill. Tank rocket launcher though, I'm not going to bother calling it a kill, or at least nothing like that. So entering these UFOs is notoriously dangerous. So I'm going to prime a grenade. How much does this take? It only takes 11 for a snapshot. So the grenade's now primed, and I'll walk in, and I can see an alien. So I've got enough for a shot. So that is G-U-D Gudrun Fodder has also got a kill. So it seems my fodder people are actually doing better than my, well, I guess you'd call them my regular infantry. And that's not super cool. I mean, the idea is that you have your regular infantry and that they do all the hard work, and your fodders are just there to get shot at. Igor Fodder, my good friend Igor Fodder, he's gonna attempt to distance himself from the rest of the group and make himself a target. Now he is going to unload his rifle, because by unloading his rifle I'll get the clip back at the end, because I think I've just killed all the aliens and I think that's going to be the end of the mission. Yes, it is. Perfect. So basically that very last step that I just did then, what that means is I would have lost that clip. Even though it had 11 rounds left in it, it would have counted as a completely spent clip if I had left it in his weapon when it wasn't full at the end of the mission. So by taking it out, I basically get to keep that. So you can see this time I have done much better. I've captured a UFO power source, 2 of their navigation, 50 of their pieces of fuel, and 23 of their alloys this time. Plus I discovered a live alien. Now if my alien containment is built, and I'm not sure whether it is or not, if my alien containment is built, then I'm going to have a captured live alien that I can interrogate and cut up. So that actually went pretty well, that mission. And look at that, Igor Fodder has been promoted to captain. Wow, you kill one person and put your life on the line, and that apparently gets you promoted. So let's bring everything back. We'll bring that back to base as well. There's no sense mucking around with all these things. Bring that back to base as well, because it's going to take them a while to refuel and we don't want to have to deal with them refueling and things. So living quarters, laboratory, workshop, general stores, living quarters, alien containment is ready. So the facility is in use, which means when I go to research now, I should actually have the option for Snake Man Soldier, because he didn't die, he's alive. So I can now interrogate him and hopefully find out something about the aliens, which is going to be epically cool, because you don't normally capture things this early on. Normally, in fact, they just destroy you. So how are we doing? We've finished making 8 rifles out of the 15 we need, and we've made no med kits out of the 2 med kits that we needed. So let's take a few more people off that, put them on there. That's cut the 84 days down to 33. So at least in a couple of days I should have at least 1 medikit, and then one of my people can become a medic. It's another small UFO skirting around the edge of the world. Hopefully I can get him and shoot him down before the end of the month. Looks like I will, because this will get me bonus points for this month, unless he escapes me again. Oh, he shot me. Hit. Ah! It looks like he's going to get away. 7 PM. Got to get him shot down before midnight. I'm going to even shoot him down over the water, because actually he's quite a big UFO. That's probably why he's hitting me so bad. And he's damaged me as well, which is not good. So I'm going to send my second interceptor after him as well, because at least the second interceptor's got some missiles. And he's landed. Wow, looks like... Actually, let's go to base and let's equip that craft first before I send it out. We're going to put our 1 medkit on, because medkits are cool. It's night time this time, so we are going to need those electro flares. And we'll take a few more laser rifles, and got to get going before the month runs out. Come on, 8 PM, 9 PM, 10 PM, come on. It's going to be a late mission, 11:45 when the mission starts. Okay, so I've been recording for actually quite a long time now. I'm not actually sure how long it's been. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the end of this video here, and then next time I'll pick up where I've left off. So I'm just gonna arm these guys first, because you don't want to just go into the fray without having all your people armed the way they should be. You are definitely not going to take any of that stuff, you fodder. But what Fodder is going to carry this time is an electro flare. And once he throws the electro flare, then we'll see how he goes from there. Because, yeah, Fodder is the first person off, and then Siegfried, and then Sergi the Heavy. Whack that in his right hand. He can throw one of those on his belt. And then you can also throw one of those on your belt. The strong person is going to take one of those, and a medical kit. Oh, we've got 2 more fodders. These fodders, though, are going to carry the flare on their belt and the grenade in their hand. I don't actually think I'm going to get through this many fodders. That would just be... would be most unusual if I get through so many people that I need that many. Okay, everyone else seems to be pretty well laid out. Might just give them all electro flares just in case. It's only going to be a... well, it's not going to be a very big ship, but the ship did land, so that's going to make it just a tad tougher. So it's night time. It is time to say save the game. We're going to call this Let's Play 1. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next time when I do something that is hopefully along the lines of winning this mission without losing any troops. So again, thanks very much for watching. Astocky out.